Welcome to Dan ARG YouTube. Emmanuel Agbogun say truth dey bitter well. Emmanuel Agbogun no dey happy at all with the way High Court for Benin take disqualify Pastor Osagie Ize-Iyamu running mate. Make I leave you, make you hear from Emmanuel Agbogun. Enjoy the video.
Yes. Good evening, my cautious Edo people. I remain no other person than yours number right activist, comrade Agbogun Emmanuel. And if you are here with me, I would want to apologize to those of you who are not here now, and those of you who would obviously call in to join us. Very sad I came up late. If you observe, I'm not even at home. I've been pretty tight with issues relating to diasporans' demand for service and protection of their titles and their lands within the past few days, as we all know. But very well, this evening, I'm apologizing for coming up late, even when I said it's 10 o'clock. You know, I promised on New Year Eve that when I say 10 o'clock, I will be live. Most surely, I would be live. You know, social media is one platform where we meet ourselves, where we talk to ourselves about issues that affect us as a people. And as you all know, today our candidate, the APC candidate, Pastor Osagie Ize-Iyamu, who, you know, of recent has been, you know, pressing issues of forgery and perjury against the ruling Godwin Nogegase Obaseki. Today we got a judgment from the High Court of Justice in Benin City, disqualifying the candidate of the deputy governor and also Pastor Osagie Ize-Iyamu. Well, as we all know, such matters relating to same issues at the Federal High Court in Abuja has also been heard, and the matter, after being heard, you know, was disqualified for lack of merit. Now, these issues are purely legal issues. And these issues are issues that, you know, over time, the candidate of the APC and the APC itself have allowed the courts at every level to hear their matter. This is a matter where at the Federal High Court, they never, you know, rejected or stopped the court from entertaining the issues, because they have always held their positions that they had done every statutory, you know, measures to correct any abnormalities, you know, in the certificates of their candidate, the deputy candidate of Pastor Osagie Ize-Iyamu, being the person of Honorable Gani Audu. They have also performed all the necessary corrections as relating to law. So at the Federal High Court in Abuja, that matter was thrown. But now that it is that the court in Benin, that we all know, you know, is to an extent presided by the executive, you know, as a court within their jurisdiction, where they have the right to appoint, you know, the organs as it may. And I think what we have seen is a clear show of the Nigerian justice system, and I think also our justice system gives room for us to appeal such matter. Having explained this far, I want to take it to the point where we all know, say, for the fact we be say as court of appeal, the Supreme Court also those court now, when you know they comfortable with judgment, not to talk of a judgment to be say at the Federal High Court level, the judgment case has been thrown for lack of merit, and at the state level where we believe somebody where the candidate of the APC has been in court with has also been you know, preaching cases of forgery that are very obvious and perjury. Such a person who has such courts would also not waste the opportunity of also influencing a judgment against the process naturally, as we all know, and that's what we have seen. But I believe as a court, as an institution of government, the right to also engage processes like apply to the appeal for appeal to the appeal court for a review of the judgment. And I think those are issues that are taking place, and I bet you I do not see a reason why where a court of competent jurisdiction has already given of same jurisdiction has already given a ruling a judgment in this case, and the court on the other hand is not doing the same judgment of the sister court, and that ordinarily gives room for appeal. So the matter here, having explained this far, is that you are being faced with some personality of persons who believe so much that once their hands are clean in equity, once their hands are clean and they have approached our courts, they believe that they will always get justice. That is why you saw that in the process where this matter was ongoing in the High Court, Pastor Osagie Ezeyamu never went to tell the appeal court not to entertain such matter. He never also appealed to the same High Court in Benin not to hear such matter. He allowed for room of fair hearing, even where our law gives room for us to appeal such issue, just like what we have had in Abuja, where the council to the PDP and the governor of Edo State have done everything humanly possible to ensure that such matter ordinarily should not be heard. And in this process, I want us to our citizens look at the merits and the demerits. A man who knows that his credentials are faulty, or who believes that his credentials are not faulty and they are genuine, why move as far as the appeal, move as far as the Supreme Court to ensure that you truncate the hearing of such matters? Meanwhile, even after the appeal court has given a ruling that the matter must be heard, only to the fact that it is a case that surrounds the nitty-gritty of pre-election issues, and the matters, the issues raised are obviously matters that are of content in a pre-election matter, and it must be heard. Now that all of these issues are ongoing, now that the judiciary is entertaining the matter and a judgment has come from the High Court, I believe Pastor Osagie Ezeyamu and his legal team will be approaching the appeal court. But doing that, I believe that is the norm. That should be what is expected of anybody who have sworn to an oath in this country to protect the Constitution. That should be the norm that we should follow. But now that a shift, is what we see every day, is what we have been made to believe is the practicable norm in our society. I believe that justice, I believe that equity, I believe that fairness, rule of law will be the order of the day. It pieces my imagination when I see persons saying, why am I ranting or why am I crying? The truth be said, in a matter where equity, where you are innocent of the allegation, what would you feel should make you approach the High Court saying that such matter should not be heard, approach the Supreme Court, the Apex Court, saying that some matter to be heard, even after the Supreme Court has given a judgment? So the appeal court has given a judgment on the appeal filed over the state of execution filed. You still approach the Supreme Court. And you see people, who say that the candidate of the PDP and the governor himself and the PDP do not have a case to answer. That in fact, haven't it been that the governor has displayed this result to journalists after a postponed court sitting, an adjourned court sitting, in the Federal High Court in Abuja? Some persons came on social media to misinform the generality of Edo people that the governor has already won the case, at the Federal High Court, and in fact he has no case to answer. When most of those informations are untrue, when in fact not most, all the information they say they are untrue. As we speak, tomorrow in the High Court in Abuja, both parties will be given the opportunity to enter their addresses, before judgment will be delivered on Saturday. Judgment in the Federal High Court matter should be delivered or would be delivered on Saturday. And now that matters are like this, the state and its judicial architecture is now giving a judgment where they know that the merits are not obvious. So my people, we must begin to understand the nitty-gritty of our democracy, because if we don't understand this nitty-gritty today, you would laugh. Let me quickly tell you something that will trick your imagination. Do you know that few weeks ago, a state high court in Benin gave a judgment that the local government chairman of Akoko Edo, of Esako, that his office was suspended, should be reinstated back and all his entitlement paid to him. The executive governor of Edo State did ensure that they truncated the judgment of a court of competent jurisdiction. And that same government, we believe that it is in all righteousness that their matters, would have been heard. There's one thing as somebody who is understanding the process of our law and coming to understand it better, in that in all of the crises that lingered from pre-election matters ranging from litigations of Oshomole suspension and what have you, cases from Appeal Court and Federal High Court, I observed one thing, that there was never a time the APC under the leadership of Oshomole down to the state under their own leadership sought for litigations that would stop a court from hearing a matter over their issue. And I must commend them for allowing that process to fly. I must commend them. It takes people that are of esteemed democratic tenets, to accept such, only to the fact that they know that opportunity, is available in our law. Just imagine that if when Oshomole was taken to court at the Federal High Court in Abuja, he went to the Appeal Court to get delayed taxes to say stay of execution. After they went, he went to the Supreme Court to delay taxes to say stay of execution. Do you think all those hits we saw, even when the channels were there, they refused to use that? But what we have seen on the part of the legal counsel of the governor and his team is that there's a fair share of desperation. And when you know you are in equity, when you know that your hands are clean, the order of the day, the fairness, the openness, the honesty, the prudence, those qualities of what would be and what ought to be, should ordinarily be exhibited on the part of leaders. But what have we seen on the other hand is the reverse is the case. I am so shocked that in all the cases against the APC, it is only the one in the State High Court where we know the government has an influence that have given a contrary judgment. And I believe those matters must be heard. Those matters must be appealed. Those matters must not only just allow, because when people begin to use the avenue of state power to influence institutions of government, that is the highest level of humanity to man. So the judgment we have seen I want to tell the teaming supporters who have been calling me across the globe that judgment should be appealed. And why the judgment should be appealed, they should also have the sense of reasoning to the extent that a federal high court of competent jurisdiction, where the governor and his legal counsel have always solicited for justice to stop all activities of the APC, even in the state and at the federal level, to their own benefit. You should all know, prior before election, the state government were not only relying on state high court, they were also relying on federal high court. And do not forget, there was a time in Edo State where somebody who property was enlisted, where somebody whose property was enlisted with orders for demolition because he was an opposition and a strong critic of the government of the day. His property, despite the fact it was a subject of litigation in court, was demolished, and the seat of government came out to say that they got an order from the court, where to date some of us have done the needful to ask whether such order exists, and we have not seen. And to date, the court has not given a contrary opinion to order the government to return that building back to status quo. But today, we are seeing them still dishing out another punch of attack, another punch of intimidation, another punch of oppression in a matter where they know ordinarily the court has already said that there was no local standing for such a matter. Let us understand that 100 days is not forever. Let us understand that 1,552,000 days are not forever. It's not forever. So, my people, it is very, very unfair. Very, very unfair. Very, very unfair. So once again, just as I've told the other people, let us all relax. The matter will be appealed. I can tell you that the matter will be appealed. And I want to let you all know that just the same way you saw the jubilation today from Comrade Lanti, I want to let you all know that that is another wrong mechanism for dissemination of information to our people. Today they were just jubilating it as if, you know, something has been a milestone in governance, in ensuring that the people get better welfare has been achieved. So nevertheless, having said all of this, let me be quick to also remind you that in all of these judgments, the major big wings, those supporters of the Obaseki government, their neutrality shows to a high extent that they are very, very disappointed in the process of what is happening. Psychologically, you can also read that. And I believe that justice must be seen in this case. Once again, as you all know, I remain no other person than yours, noble right activist. It is wonderful that we are still in January, and New Year, as you all know, is at the beck and call. And today we are here for Bachelor's Eve. I have been very occupied all day, and today I'm also here to see a friend who is also having his Bachelor's Eve. So please allow me, because people have been soliciting my attention outside this video, and I've been indoors for a while. So please give my indulgence, allow me to move, but do not forget that justice over the certificate case of Godwin Ogegase Obaseki would be delivered on Saturday. So let us all stay tuned and listen to the courts and their ruling. Once again, I remain your Noble Right activist. Do have a wonderful weekend. Happy New Year once more. God bless you all.
Abeg, help us share this video to friends and family. If you get any other thing to add join wetin Emmanuel don talk for this video, you fit put am for comment section. Make I leave you with the video, make you help us share am. Thank you for watching Dan ARG YouTube.